Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're taking a look at a shadow rotation deck. Sorry, when I get this out of here. Anyway, we've looked at this kind of variation on Shadow when this expansion, the mini expansion, first dropped and added the Colossal Skull Lord. I think this deck has been refined down a bit, which is nice, and I'm actually really enjoying playing it. It's had a wonderful curve on it. It does a really good job of reaching the Colossal Skull Lord and really pressuring your opponent. So we are going to get in this deck real quick and take a look, so let's check it out. So the first matchup here against Blood. I believe this was an okay matchup from memory. I've got to try and remember. I do have one, I think one instant concede. I've got to remember if that was one of these games or not. If it is, I apologize. It's really hard to remember exactly which ones when I go from playing on my phone to having to sit down and record sometimes, which exact order they were in. Alright, so we start off fairly reasonably here with a 2, 3, and 4 drop combo going out, which should fit nicely going first, so we should be pretty okay. And I'm pretty sure this is actually a pretty decent match, looking at how it started from memory. So Duke and Dame, Blood seems to be running that a little bit in rotation. Not that I've played a lot of rotation lately, as I've mostly focused on the unlimited and getting some points and the arena mode and all that stuff that's been going on lately. So Kiss of Lust, good removal. Razor Claw, not so great removal. I wouldn't want to put that one in there right now, but seems to be what they're going for. We have got a chance to go for Bone Drone. We've got to get that Bone Drone into those boards. That's all you got to do. Got to get him down. But we're not looking at a great setup for lines of play right now. Peckish Owlcat, that's really good for them. They're going to get that kill on it. They're going to remove my Bone Drone, which does leave me with just the 1/1. Our best line of play is probably just another Bone Drone, to be honest. It develops our board a bit. We can actually use the assembly droid here quite effectively. Set ourselves up pretty well. And dealing with the majority of their board. Things are really going to take a swing for it when we can get a Nia down. I think she's going to be the clincher for this match. She's going to be very important, since we don't have a lot more going for us. So, Nia it is. Oh, actually, we do have Malice, which is actually another really good play against this, so that's probably the better one to take, honestly. I probably could have done it a little bit better, but it didn't really matter which order I did this, as it would one-hit kill anything, so I mean, this works. We're going to take out the entire board, we're going to deal 3 damage, and we're going to have a 3-3 and a 6-4, which should be quite fun for Blood to deal with. Thunder Behemoth, that's actually a really good one. Really good one to deal with this. Quite impressed. So we can actually deal with this very easily. I'm not actually worried about destroying it. That's not actually a problem. That's why I actually went for the Aeneas, since even if they manage to get past my ward here, they still aren't going to go for lethal this turn, so that's looking good. There is Waltz, King of Wolves, and no real issue. We end up even getting a Malice, so that's good as well. We're actually going to be able to clear this, have a nice board, and go face for a reasonable amount of damage. And since we have the little roly-poly bot up, we don't actually need to worry at all about what they could potentially play, as it's going to remain up pretty much no matter what Blood plays. So no issue. No surprise, it did end up in a concede though. So this deck has actually been a lot of fun to play, honestly. I haven't had a lot of fun playing Shadow lately, but the few games I had with this felt really good, and I can see exactly what lines of play I wanted to go for, and it nearly always panned out that way. So Omen of Craving, kind of unnecessary. Bone Drone, okay, but unnecessary without a setup, and of course the last one wasn't that great anyway, so dumping the whole hand, looking for low cost cards, tends to work in my favor a little bit. We are going up against Swordcraft, which should be a little interesting. I believe this was a pretty interesting Swordcraft deck. I do decide to go for the Mecha wing, of course. Getting those early followers out. They went for, of course, Honorable, which we're going to counter real heavily with Malice and go for some face damage. Why not? When we can freely remove both his followers and leave ours up, definitely going to take that to advantage. The Warrior Wing, on its own, not a problem. We're looking at Bone Drone play, even better. See, we're looking at really good board swarming, and I really like that about this deck. we should actually get to the Ania pretty easy, which is exactly what I want to be able to do. Ania is just such a good counter card. Stampeding Fortress, not a card I honestly expected to see. This is why this deck interested me quite a bit. It was a Machina for a focus deck. Machina focus deck is interesting for Sword, let's say least. We are going to be able to wipe out pretty much everything here with little to no issue. Pretty much free trading at this point. And maintaining our own board. Something this deck does exceptionally well. So I was very happy with how it planned out. So we did get all those pings in really nicely. The Mecha Wing Angel, not too bad for our opponent to play. It does give them a decent way to remove the 1/1s. Not that I expect them to probably do that, since of course they were just played out. They can't just straight up remove them. It does make our Colossal Skull pretty much useless though. That's the only real problem about going up against a Mecha, or as I like to label Mecha. It's just much more convenient. Anyway, going up against Swordcraft, running them really makes Colossal Skull very average card. Mecha Blade Soldier. Alright, interesting. It's going to at least get rid of the 3 there. Impressive. So they did a full board wipe and got some damage on me. Big Soul Hunter though should remove this very easily. And we can just throw our other Big Soul Hunter down for board presence, which we're going to need at this point. And we're looking at a very clean turn 8 to 9 play. Technolord though, very impressive. I don't believe this deck actually runs Technolord, which is pretty okay. It does quite well even without that card. You could probably slot it in there, but not that I'd want to run it myself much, I don't think. I've just found that this deck, as it is so consistent at doing what you want it to do. So this is a really awkward board to deal with, because these are all Mechina followers, so dealing with them is going to be a problem no matter what we do. All I can really do is go for Fleeting Joy. If I had gotten a Nia, I would have been much happier here, but I will deal with what we got. It's all really good, so why not? Ivory Sword Dance a couple times. It only managed to take out the weaker follower, which is good. So it did force them to trade a fair bit here, and we're going to get a large amount of damage on the board now. Fortunately, I can't really go for the Serb, as we wouldn't get the damage I need, but we can at least develop the board more, so why not? Plenty of damage, no real issue. No surprise that they couldn't compete with that. So from what I've played with this deck so far, I've had an exceptionally good time with it. It's done a wonderful job. I never really found the need for Omen of Craving or Fairy much, but I can see where they're placed in it, as Omen opens up a lot of lethals, and Fairy is good for potential if you get dragged into a real late game, although I haven't been finding myself in that position much at all. So if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. You'll find the deck list in the description below. Until next time guys, see ya.